Welcome to part 8, the final of our series. We're going to be putting together everything that we've learnt so far, and it will also include some advanced exercises. So we're working into your last progressions of your deep abdominal series. Okay, so you're lying on your back in your neutral position. You're going to float one leg up to tabletop, so exhale to float a leg. Good. Take a breath in, and then breath out, lift the other leg up. Very good. So there was no doming or popping, which is what we're looking for. We're going to go into some toe taps. So breath in. On your breath out, you're going to tap one foot down to the mat and then bring it straight back up. Very good. And then we're going to alternate legs. Good. So breath out, tap the toe down, bring it back in. Good. That's it. So that as you tap the toe down, you're pulling that belly button down. So we activate your transverse abdominals, the deepest layer of your core. That's it. Good, let's do one more each side. Good. Great. From here, keep your legs in this position. You're going to lift your arms up. Good. So we're just adding no stability in your arms. It's a little bit harder. So your arms stay where they are and you go into toe taps. So breath out and back up. So this means you really have to use your core because your arms are not there to support you. Good. Breath out, tap that toe down. Very good. Stay really light in your thigh. So it's just your abs working. One more each side. Good. From here, we're going to add on and do a dead bug. So you're going to send one leg forward and the opposite arm back behind you. So you tap one, send it back, keeping your ribs down, coming back into tabletop. Very good. Sending one back, bringing it back in. Very good. Breath out, bringing it back to center. So it's really good here because Amy is not flaring her ribs. So her ribs are staying down on top of her pelvis, which is working her core at the best capacity it can. Good. One more each side. Good. And then the other one. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to add a leg extension, okay? So you can place your arms down, but we're gonna keep them up to make it a bit harder. So on your breath out, you're gonna extend one leg straight, yep, and then bring it back in. Very good. So extend the other leg straight, bring it back in. So extending the leg is more load for your tummy. Good. Other leg straight and back in. Good. Other leg straight and back in. Good. Now we're going to see if we can add both legs, okay? So you're going to take a breath in. On your breath out, send both legs straight, pulling that tummy down, bringing it back in. Very good. So your legs don't need to go very low, only go where you feel comfortable, where you're not arching your back and you feel really strong in your abdominals. Good, just do two more. Breath out, belly button in. Good. Last one, you're doing really well. Great, and then float one leg down and then the other. Good, and then your arms can float down. Rest. Okay, so we're in 4-point kneeling position and we're going to do a moving plank, which is a little progression up to a full plank. Okay, so you're on your hands and knees, you really press your hands away so you're nice and spread through your shoulders. Okay, and then take a breath in. On your breath out, you're going to send one leg back behind you, keeping your hips even. Good. Then you're going to lift the other leg back behind you, pulling that tummy in. Then you lower one knee down, and then the other knee down. Very good. Then you start with the other leg. So you send it back, lift the other leg up, pull that belly button into your spine, lower one leg down, and then the other leg down. Very good. Other leg. So you go back and back, lifting up, and then down, and down. And then again, up, up. Very good. Stay nice and stable so you're not wobbling at the hips. Let's do one more each side. Send the leg back, push into your hands, lift that tummy up. Very good. Last one. send it back, lifting it up, and then down and down, and you can rest. Okay, so we're going to work into some upper body strength. We're going to work into some push-ups, but on your knees. So you're going to come forward. So your hands are going to be just a little bit wider. That's it. And we're going to send your hips forward. Yep, and tuck your pelvis under. So you're in a half plank position. So you're in a nice long diagonal line. That's it. So then what you're going to do, take a breath in, breath out. You're going to bend at the elbows, pressing down, and then pushing yourself back up. Good. So you're staying in this nice long diagonal line. You're getting a bit lower into your chest, pushing yourself up, and you're pulling your abdominals up towards your spine the whole time. Very good. So you can go a little lower now. Very good. Staying nice and stable. Elbows go down to the corners of the room. So as you bend, they go down to the back corners. That's very good. Let's do 2 more. Down and up, very good. Last one, down and up, good. And then you can rest. We might just go into a little child's pose to rest. So you're going to sit all the way back, open your knees a little bit. And then this is a nice little resting position if your back feels fatigued. Okay, so we're going to move into a full plank, but the variation we are going to do is on your forearms. So you're going to come forward onto your forearms. You can do this on your hands, but it can put a bit of pressure on your wrists. Good. Okay, then you're going to slide one leg back behind you like we did before. So you're staying nice and strong in your shoulders. You lift your belly button up and you're going to slide the other leg back. Good. And we're going to hold it here. So you just keep breathing, keep your head nice and long, lifting that belly button up. Make sure you tuck your pelvis under a little bit so you don't feel any pain in your lower back. That's really good. Just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can rest. Take one knee down and then the other one and rest. Okay, so the last squat variation we're going to do is a sumo squat. So this will work your glutes, but also your inner thighs, your adductors. So you're going to send your feet just a bit wider than the mat, or just on the edges, that's it. And they're turned out a little bit, okay? So you're going to go down into a squat, bending at the knees, pushing into your heels, and then standing back up. Very good. So you sit back, and then you push back up. Good. Making sure that your knee goes in line with your second toe. So don't open up too much. That's very good. So you go down into that squat, pushing down, standing back up. So down into the squat, and then up, do a little bit of a squeeze at the top. That's it. Push into your heels. Good. Do 2 more. Good. Now this last one, we're going to stay down, okay? We're going to lift your heels up from here. So you lift and then you lower back down. Good. You lift and you lower back down. So this is an isometric hold. So you're going to really feel it in your quads and your inner thighs. And we're also working through your calves. Very good. Let's do 4 more. That's it. So working up onto the big toes, staying really stable. Good. And then we're going to add some pulses. So you're going to lift your heels, hold it here, and we're just going to pulse up and down into your squat. Good. And if this is too much, you can just place your heels down and keep doing your pulses. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels and come up into standing. Great work. So that concludes part 8 of your series, which is your full body integration. So just remember that that's more advanced exercises. If you ever feel like it's too much for you, you can regress the exercises or go back and do the previous videos. So that concludes your 8-week postnatal program. Well done for going all the way through. If you want to progress now onto running or high intensity training, maybe weights, just make sure that your diastasis, your abdominals are fully healed, that you have a strong pelvic floor, and you've done all this basic work that we've been doing. If you're not sure if you're ready to progress, come in and see us or see your GP, and they'll give you a full assessment and give you the go ahead. Okay, so for those of you who have had a C-section, that is totally fine. There's a few things to remember. One, you might heal a little bit slower or longer than what you thought. So just take your time. If you're not ready to exercise at 6 weeks, take your time, start a bit later on. The other thing that's really important is to massage your scar. So where the C-section is, that is scar tissue and it builds up. So it's important to just massage every night if you can, a little bit, so getting a little bit deeper into your scar, across and then back down. And make sure you do it every night just to break up the scar tissue. The reason why I say that is that we don't want your lower abdominals to become numb. So we want to stimulate the nerve endings so then you can feel your abdominals again, and then you'll get more out of your exercise.